privacy issues can be there, cyberbullying can be there. So it's like a double-edged sword. So debate is all about presenting your views on the given topic, and I hope that students have done a great preparation. So let me revise the rules once again. Each student will be getting 3 minutes. At 2:30 there will be a warning bell, which means that in next 30 seconds you have to conclude your points. If you exceed 3 minutes, there will be negative marking. Once everybody has spoken, in which 2-3 minutes are given, in which you can ask questions, cross-examine your worthy opponents. That will be at the last. There are no marks for the rebuttal round. In the 3 minutes you speak on the basis of that, you will be marked. In the meanwhile, I request all of you to be respectful towards each other, not to do any personal attacks, and stick to your points. One more thing, while one person is speaking, others from his team or other team are not supposed to interrupt him. Doing so will result into negative marking. Let him complete. Save your arguments for the rebuttal round. And as a moderator, it's my duty to ensure that each and every one of you is given fair and equal chance. So I will try to do that my best. And with that being said, without any further ado, let's start the argument. Now, I would like to call Ria Meena, who is supposed to be speaking in the favor of the motion from class 8B. Let me remind you once again, there will be a warning bell at 2:30 and your timing will be total of 3 minutes. So all the best and let's start.
In today's digital age, mobile phones are an essential tool for life, and banning them in schools would be a step backward in preparing students for the future. Mobiles provide instant access to a vast amount of information, online textbooks, enabling us to verify facts, look up definitions, and explore topics in depth. This enhances our learning experience, students' engagement, and motivation. As students can use their devices to take notes, create multimedia projects, and collaborate with peers. Good morning, everyone. I am Ria and stand here to speak for the topic. Students should be allowed to use mobile in school. Allowing mobile use in school helps us develop digital literacy skills, digital citizenship, and online safety, which are crucial in the world where technology is advancing rapidly. And don't you think that banning mobiles will lead to a lack of preparedness for the digital age? Allowing mobile use in school can teach responsibility and preparedness. By permitting students to have their phones with them, we encourage them to learn how to use mobile responsibly and develop time management that helps us balance academics and extracurricular activities effectively. But I'm surprised to see that my worthy opponents are not aware of latest news. That the government of Rajasthan has allowed teachers to use mobile in school. Also, they have mentioned that students can also use mobile in school under teacher supervision. It is mentioned that it should only be used for study purpose. That's what I've been saying since beginning. And it depends on us whether we should use knife for cutting vegetables or for killing someone. So don't you think that it depends on our mentality how to use mobile? Mobile does not say anything. And can't mobiles help bridge the gap for students who don't have access to technology at home? Yes, mobile phones can provide access to technology and information, equal information to all students, regardless of their socio-economic background. Mobile phones can promote safety and security in schools, as students can quickly contact authorities and parents in case of an emergency. In conclusion, as students, let us leverage our mobile phones to unlock our full potential and shape our own future together. Let's harness the power of technology to create a brighter tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Now from the next team, I would like to call Agamya Nirman.
Pieces of everything is where. Home is where the heart is, but today, phone is where the heart is. A peaceful morning to all of you present here. I, Agamya Nirman from 8A, is going to speak against the topic, that is, should students be allowed to use mobile phones in the school? No, I totally oppose that the school should allow the students to use mobile phones in the school as these mobile phones create distractions. The students will go against the studies and will not focus. This leads to disturbance in students' day-to-day. Nowadays, students are having strong addiction towards mobile phones. If they're not having the mobile phones with them, they're not able to do anything. So, if they will use mobile phones in the school campus during 6 hours, what are the benefits that they gain? Suppose the teacher asks questions from the students, and if they're not able to answer that question, they'll search on their mobile phones. Here, they will not use their brain to think that answer. If they will not use it, their brain will be corroded and stop working. As it is known as a machine. Some students misuse these mobile phones to bully or harass us. It is not good for us and for our own society. Parents teach them to study. As I said before, that the students are distracting and not paying attention in the class. So when it comes to taking tests, they have no idea what the answers are. Many of the students will cheat as if they didn't done anything. Okay, even if they will cheat, what will they do? Will they go to the next level and get the I would like to ask a question from my worthy opponents. That if the students will use mobile phones in the school, will they be attentive? Teaching a lesson to the students and many are on their phones. While you are trying to study, these kids on the phone are distracting the others. Nowadays, we need to go to college and have a better education to succeed in life. If the students are on their phones throughout the day, they are using their education. Cell phones are ruining the students' education because the only way to be really successful in life. Now, do you know what happened in the corona pandemic where the students completed their higher studies only on the phone? Did they got any suitable jobs? Most everybody knows 30 seconds on. If you go to the survey, after this also we should allow the students to use mobile phones in the school.
No.
And
Now for next, I would like to call Harshita Rathod.
Since the introduction of mobile phone, there have been this back and forth argument concerning if students should be permitted to use mobile phones in school, because most teachers have noticed that it is being a form of distraction among students, especially when lecture is going on and some use it as a tool to cheat an examination. But notwithstanding, mobile has been the greatest technology to students and it has been really tremendous importance in resource works and whole lot of things. Good morning everyone, I am Harshita Rathod. I'm speaking in the favor of the topic. Students should be allowed to use mobile phones in the schools. Ever wonder why kids are so good with computers these days? It is a result of giving them access to our phones. Kids these days can do a whole lot of things that adults can't handle. So permitting mobile phones in school is to usher them into the technology-driven world. It boils their knowledge about gadgets and will definitely be a great help for their future careers. Now, as our parents are saying, ban mobile phones. How would banning mobile phones impact the safety and well-being of girls, especially in situations with some help or support? Consider this. The school environment, the ability for students to swiftly contact their parents or authorities can be crucial. But with their personal phones, students have a direct lines of communication with those who can help, whether it's alerting parents to their safety status or reaching out to emergency responders. Further some, in cases where the main lines of communication within the schools are compromised. In this case, student phone can serve as backup channels to relay vital information. Now, I would like to ask my audience that have you ever used your mobile phone? Yes, I also have used it because a phone can teach us many things that a single teacher can't. And the academic environment is changing with students using mobile phones for various purposes, including accessing and sharing information. Kids, this mobile phones in school is not just an issue for students and teachers to be aware of. Parents should also know that when and how their kids are using phone. At last, I want to say that academic environment can be still maintained by allowing mobile phones in schools. In fact, it adds to the resource works and organizations. Thank you.
After that fantastic performance, I would like to call Vihan from the opposite side.
Good morning, everyone present here. I am Vihan Pascal from class 8A and I am here to speak against the topic should mobile phones be allowed in school? Hey, there is a new virus in the market which not only causes digital harassment but also causes physical harassment, mental harassment, social harassment, and economical harassment also, which is due to the access of mobile phone. If mobile phone will be allowed in school, it will become major distraction for students. Many parents complain that their child is watching phone for too much time in school. If mobile phone will be allowed in school, the 6 hours in which they come in school, study and interact with their friends, they will use these 6 hours in all, also in watching phone only. Students eat their lunch with their friends by talking with each other. But after this, they will eat their lunch with their phone only. Is this what we want? I don't think so. It will create economical comparison between students because everyone is not able to buy expensive like iPhone 15 Pro Max or Samsung Galaxy, which are worth 2 lakh. It creates family work, it creates burden on parents. Mobile phone will be allowed in school. The problem for charging the phone will also there because there are only 2 to 3 charging sockets in every class. Nowadays, children ask from their friends that do you have any pen or do you have SSD book? But after this, they will ask that do you have any charger or do you have any power bank? Is this what we want? Obviously no. If everyone will have mobile phone, a false rumor can be spread very fastly in the school. With the temptation of social media, students might start taking selfies or making reels in the school. And they will be so obsessed with their phones that they will start to see the world in pixelated form, unable to see the real beauty of the world. At last, I would like to conclude that mobile phones in school will lead to lag in sleep, safety, creativity, social skills, and physical activity for students. Thank you.
In the series of arguments, now I would like to call Samit Jain.
Good morning, Father, teachers, and students. Good morning, Father, teachers, and students. I, the man stand in front of you to speak in favor of mobile phones should be allowed in school campus. Mobile allow you to stay in touch with your parents, including parental involvement and extracurricular activities such as having this what you are doing to get better grades. Mobile phones can efficiently compute and display content to each individual. Smartphones allow students to work on problems, on projects, research information, and explore benefits. Students are more willing to learn their educational content
As the next speaker, I would like to call Kavish from class 8 3.
A very warm good morning to one and all present here. I, Kavish Kumawat, student of class 8A, standing in front of you against the motion. The use of mobile phone among the children has been a very controversial topic for a long time. While some parents and educators argue that children should allow mobile phone in the school and others are against it. In this debate, we will discuss why children should not allow smartphone in the school. One of the biggest reasons why children should not allow smartphone in the school is that it can be a major distraction. Children are easily distracted and having a mobile phone in their possession can lead to them texting, making phone calls and browsing the internet during the class time, which can affect their academic performance. Another major concern is cyberbullying. With the rise of internet, cyberbullying has become a major problem among the children. Children may receive hurtful messages and calls during the class time, which can affect their academic performance and mental health. We want this, and now I would like to ask a question for my dear judges and father that if we are having PTA in our school, so most of the parents complain what that my child is whole day. And if we allow the mobile phones in the school, so he or she will use 24 hours at home and they may cause many eye diseases, fatigue and sleep diseases. Do you want this? And my dear opponents said now that in our school, mobile phone has a safety purposes, but I would like to tell that father allow us the mobile in the office which is at home for us has safety purpose. And now I would like to say not all students can afford a fancy super expensive smartphone. This will create a fourth class divide in our school. And mobile phone also make it easier for children to cheat during the exam. They can use their mobile phone to access the internet, browse the thing and send message to their friend to look up the answers of the question. This is not only unfair with those people who are giving exam without mobile, but also against the education system. In last, I would like to say that many causes are there of you allow the mobile phones in the school. Children and teachers will work together to find alternative ways. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Devika.
Allowing mobile phone in Allowing mobile phone in school is not just about convenience. It's about providing students with tools to help them succeed and stay safe. Good morning, I'm your increasing here. I think a job is in favor of allowing students to use mobile phone. Several arguments can be made, like access to education resources, promoting digital literacy, supporting learning flexibility, preparation for the real world, etc. Students should be allowed to use mobile phone in school. Why? Because it saves time. Students should not have to carry their bags in one phone. All work can be done. As you all know that in today's world, girls are not safe anywhere. While going home or while coming to school, if emergency is there, how would they communicate with their parents or police if mobile phones are not allowed? Mobile supports learning flexibility. With mobile phones, students can learn at their own pace. They can visit educational websites, learning apps that cater to their level and organize their schedule. Like China, Japan, in these countries, students are allowed to use mobile phone. Why? Because they think that from mobile, students can learn better. They can clear their doubts while watching videos, learning apps, and that is easier to clear their concepts. Now I would like to give you one situation. If you are not getting the meaning of any word, what you will do? You will find it mobile or you will find it dictionary. Obviously, you will find it mobile. Why? Because in mobile you got the explanation, and that is not enough for you. You can watch video, you can see image, and in dictionary you will not get the enough meaning, and that is not enough to understand the concepts. A real life incident that shows the advantages of mobile phones during emergencies. There was a case in a high school of United States where a student had an allergy reaction during lunch. A classmate immediately used their phone to call 911. The
made possible by the mobile phone. In this situation, mobile phone have been crucial during emergencies. Now I would like to give you a question to my opponents. If mobile phones are banned, how would the students get quick information or learning tools that are available online? At last, I would like to say that allowing mobile phone in school, when guided by appropriate policies, significantly enhance your learning experience, making education more accessible, flexible with the demand of the modern world.
So far, so good. And for the next, I would like to call Yashasvi.
Mobile in school is wasting valuable time and distraction. Good morning, respected father, judges, and my dear friends. I am Sri from class 8 there, standing here against the topic: should a student be allowed to use mobile in school? Mobile in classroom will create an unnecessary distraction. Some American state that allow for eventually banned. This to remove distraction. Not everybody is into focusing on learning skills. Students are spending their time to texting and checking their social media accounts. If they are looking at their phone multiple times during our class, students are likely to miss out an important lesson. And some of the students also make inappropriate use of mobile, like cheat on tests and many more. And there are huge chance to get lost their phone in school. And if we allow smaller kids to bring mobile in school, not all parents give them mobile, but if some of the students to bring, so there was a risk to get lost and break their mobile in school, and they have a distracted mind, so they can't live without using mobile. Will they focus on their academics? Completely not. See, in today's time, when teacher is teaching in class or board, how many students pay attention? Half of the class, and they're doing time pass talking with each other. And if they will bring mobile in school, only a few students pay attention on the topic, and most of the students is busy with their phones only. Is this situation you want? I think it is not good to bring mobile in school, because at home also you have mobile for 16 hours. Bring mobile in school, phone only, it will also affect on your eyes. Your sight become weak. It will also affect on your health and your mind, and students become lazy. Now, I would like to ask a question from judges. In our school, even teachers are not allowed to use mobile in classroom, right? Then how my opponents and students are allowed to use mobile in classroom? After playing mobile in school, students will think teachers are the secondary source of learning, because according to them, primary source of learning is their mobiles only. I think it is not good to bring mobile in school. After discussing the disadvantages of phone, will you allow students to bring mobile in school? Overuse of mobile reduces the face-to-face interaction. It can lead eye strain, sleep problems, and many more health issues. And students will become less independent. After this much advantages, even you are saying mobile is important, I think it is not good.
Now next on the order, the two side is raised on the fire and the temperature has raised. So that was a phenomenal performance. And for next, I would like to call the last performance from the team A with authority.
Good morning to all everyone. Good morning to all everyone. I, Atal Shukla, student of class 8B, in the favor of should students be allowed to use mobile phones in school. As we know, more and more children and teenagers are getting their own cell phones, own smartphones, and using it for study purpose and other purposes. If they use for this distracted purpose, that is their minds only. If there is any emergency case, the students will allowed to use phones to call their parents or the helpline number like the police. When there is any transport not available, like a school bus or anything, the students should ask their parents and ask them to bring it up, to ask them to pick it up. This is very useful in case of homeworks. When someone forgot to take something from home, they can call their parents and ask them to bring up. Students should not only be allowed to carry their smartphones, but also encouraged to judiciously use this wonderful new age technology to keep themselves updated, whether by browsing the updates or educational portals. In some classes, it is very much possible that someone missed some crucial points. Here, the smartphone can be used to record and playback the entire session, that anyone will not miss anything. My opponents are asking that students should not be allowed to use smartphone in school because it is a tool for distractive purpose, not for studying. So I want to tell them that the students that use the smartphone for the distractive purpose will distract them. But the students that judiciously use this for the study purpose will help them in study. In conclusion, I urge you to vote in favor of smartphones. Smartphones should be to help in school life, and vote in the favor of smartphones should be allowed to in school. Thank you.
Now, last but not the least, I would like to call Siddhi Naga on the stage.
Learning is growing roots, not bring digital footprints. Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Siddhi Naga, blocking the signal that mobiles are more important than learning. Do you think that mobiles should be allowed in school for students? No, because the school is a place of learning, not of scrolling the reels or memes. And most of you know that mobiles are a large distraction. They can disrupt focus from studies and digital learning in classrooms. Also, students easily get distracted through social media platforms such as Instagram, Telegram, and many more. Also, dependency on technology impaired the development of critical thinking skills and problem solving ability, especially maths teachers. Have you ever observed that some students are not doing their homework by themselves? They are just doing copying. And if mobiles will be allowed in school, then many students will use this copy and paste method. They will not use their brains to solve the equations. And banning them in school can encourage students to rely on their own resourcefulness and intelligence. And teachers, have you ever observed that some students not pay attention in the class? They just want to disrupt the class. And if mobiles will be allowed in school, then many students will not pay attention. They will think that let the teacher explain the concept. We will study from internet. No, internet can't explain you as nicely as your teachers are explaining. Banning them in school can promote attentiveness to lessons and class activities. And do you know radiation? Yes, it is also caused by mobiles. If mobile will be allowed in school, then many students will use it in school. And it will cause radiation, which will badly harm our nature. Dear judges, is this what you want from the students of our school? To harm our nature? No. And I would like to ask a question from my audience that are you enjoying these school hours with your friends? Yes, because mobiles are not there with you at the time. And because in school we are not having mobile phones and we are enjoying with our friends and doing many activities with our friends. And if mobile phones will be allowed in school, then these enjoyments will be destroyed by just some decisions. And in conclusion, I would like to say that by allowing mobile phones in school, we are sacrificing the future of students who will study in our school. And the greatest sign of a well-educated mind is the greatest sign of a well-educated mind is the ability to think critically, not the ability to text quickly. Thank you.
So both the sides have presented their views, and I want everyone to give them a huge round of applause for their fantastic performance. Now, as everyone has presented, I would also like to present my views on this thing. Now, as this discussion will go on and there will be no result. But here we agree to disagree, and life is all about finding a balance. So here also, it's not like that we can put away the mobile and live without it. Also, we can't allow the student for using it all the time. So there need to be some alternative solutions. What I think is that either if we allow it, then the mobile phone should be customized. There should be a function that only educational websites should be accessed, and such technologies are available. There can be a firewall by which they will not be allowed to use the other inappropriate websites. This can be one solution. Other solution can be there could be a specific time, for example, 15 minutes or 30 minutes in which they can use mobile. So I think with that we will be in a win-win situation. So after all that being said, I thank everyone, judges, participants, and other students for being a patient listener. Okay, yes. Sorry. Now we will be having a rebuttal round. Each team, first team A will be getting 1.5 minutes. In that, you can ask a question, other team will answer. Afterwards, the other team will get 1.5 minutes and they will be asking the questions and you can answer. So, are you ready?
As Napoleon said that distractions. I understand there are concerns about distraction and misuse. However, we can address that issues with clear guidance and policies. We should teach students how and when to use phones appropriately, emphasizing that they are tools for learning and communication, not for distractions.
The question. Here you are supposed to put a question or
Please repeat your question, Rashida, or anyone.
ask in the question.
Just repeat your question, yes. Or anyone, yes.
Do you have any question?
But I would like to ask a question to my opponents that don't you think that a student should be taught digital citizenship and responsibility instead of just simply banning mobiles?
But I would like to say that father allowed in our school there are extra marks also which help us in digital way. So we don't want the mobile for that.
I'm saying that extra marks is there and that can also be accessed through a mobile. So you can get over from that also.
But in that only study purpose, only study topics are there.
You can get also homework and it is there as well and there is question paper also and that can be solved twice or thrice.
Okay, now the opposite team will be asking the questions and team A will be answering. Your time starts now.
As you are saying, mobile is an important tool for learning. As you are saying, mobile is an important tool for learning. Now tell me, if a mobile can educate a person, then why schools are required? Why teachers are needed? If you have Google for your doubts, you look for better understanding. So why are you coming to school? Sit at your home, study with your phone. There is no need to come to school.
Yes.
We are not saying that only mobile is a valuable tool. We are saying that teachers and mobile are both essential things in our life. How will you ensure that students won't use mobile for non-educational purpose?
एक ही करिए मना नहीं
See, it depends on the person's mentality. If the person is ready to study, so he or she will use phones for educational purpose only.
But I would like to say that there are children have distracted mind, so they can distract if we are doing study also. And
But I would like to ask you that from you write your letter, from where you write your letter, from because you only said it answers students, you only write your letter from social media only.
Okay, time's up. Now, I would like to thank everyone, judges, teachers, dear participants, and all other students for being on the
audience side questions.
Anybody from audience would like to ask a question? Is there anyone? Two students are there.
I want to ask that the students of the primary students what they are learning as of the extra things. Now tell me if
Mike, they
they
don't-
are allowed to use phones, they will learn coding or learning how to use the phone. They would be more interactive in practical, and students would be more easy if they use phones. It will be add to the practical knowledge.
Now, just you only tell me, a small kid will learn from a board or with animation. You only tell me, a kid have a small brain, so he or she will learn better from animation.
Animation. Now tell me what is the use of books? Why do you buy them? Why we are spending so much?
You didn't understand. This is what I'm saying. That this much big students are not able to understand from books. Small kid learn from books.
So there is the news also. They are also making the students.
आगे
Anybody else from the audience? Looking at the time constraint, this will be the last question from audience.
I want to ask the question from against me that they said to use the expensive mobiles. School don't force you to use expensive mobiles. They only allowed you. Competition. It will be like a competition. If one student will say, I have 15 Pro Max, then another will say, I have Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Okay, I would like to stop you please, as all of you have classes also. So that will be all for today. Thank you.